Good morning. This is Seek of the Scuffed coming at you live with Apollo Justice. Wait, nope, wrong one. Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. That's the one. Yep. I just wrote it in the title and I've already forgotten the name, as always. Now, we need to start with something important. I am. I've been muted this whole time. Oh no. Okay, so I need to. Now I feel silly. I've been talking to myself for 2 minutes. All right. Well, I suppose I should say this again. So, I'm sorry I have been muted this whole time. That's the first thing I should say. The second is that I need to repeat that I'm very sorry for yesterday's Monster Hunter stream. It was poor for me because I was sick. It's poor for you guys because of the horrible bitrate and frame rate and latency. Everything was just horrible because I was too sick to notice. And the reason I put this image up on screen is because I killed the dragon. You know, the one that the game crashed and stopped me from fighting. I was very excited about it before I figured out I was muted when talking about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it away, and we're going to forget that this ever happened, yeah? And by the time February comes around, and I'm actually able to give this another chance, I'll have everything fixed. Hopefully, probably. Sound like a deal? Sounds good to me. So with that being said, we are working with very, very high latency today. I did what I could to fix it, but we've still got about I want to say a minute maybe. And the bitrate's not doing too good either, but it is a lot better. But you know, this is a lot of time for me to be talking without playing the game, so let's head into it, shall we? We have the final trial left here in Dual Destinies, and I'd like to go ahead and get started. Oh, he's voiced. Is he gonna be voiced this whole time? I highly doubt it. Yes, unfinished business indeed. Oh, okay. Not your actual first case on the job. Your first case after coming back to the job. Got it. Confused for a moment. This is a few months after Athena joined. And I believe the main game happened 6 months after she joined. Look at this. More motion than we got in the base game cutscenes. Oh, is the orca gonna kill someone? Or is someone get pinned, or is the orca gonna get pinned for murder? I bet it's gonna be the orca gets pinned for murder. I wonder how well this audio did on the DS. I don't think it would do good on my DS. That's for certain. Alright, here we are. Back into it. Let's see, are we doing good? Just want to make sure you guys are doing good, because I don't want to repeat of last time. Okay, we're doing fantastic. Kind of. Today's my first day back on the job as a lawyer. Putting his attorney's badge on again really makes it hit home. Boy, am I pumped. Even Trucy said, looking good, Daddy. So, Athena, Apollo, what do you think of the old attorney's badge? Wow! Is that a voice I gave her? The Ship-Shape Aquarium show is great. I can't get enough of it. Athena? I still can't believe they showed the Swashbuckler Spectacular on TV. Good thing I recorded this. Now, who's ready for another viewing? Yep. Slipping up on my word. That's fine. We haven't hit the 20-minute mark yet. That's our standard. You've already watched it 5 times. Let's watch something else now. How can you even suggest such a thing? This show is therapeutic. Boss here, asking you guys a question. So, what's so therapeutic about watching a killer whale? What? Don't you know anything? Animal-assisted therapy is an established psychiatric treatment. You're kidding. That kind of thing really exists? It's a real thing. I've been to the aquarium myself to try it, and it really helps. I still go there every now and then to further my psychology studies. The last time I went, I saw a dolphin and an orca swimming around together. It was so... Hey, do you two think you could quit goofing off and do some work for a change? Work? But we've already cleaned the toilet twice, each. Hey, wait a minute. Is that your badge I see? Wow, congrats on getting your attorney's badge back, boss. Thanks. Starting today, I'm officially a lawyer again. Sheesh, took him long enough to notice. Gee, Mr. Wright, with that badge on, you suddenly look so capable. Thanks? It's not like I was some lazy bum, you know. I was about to say the same thing. But what made you suddenly so fired up to get your badge back anyway? I made a promise to a certain someone. An important promise. What could be so important? And anyway, we have 3 lawyers now, so we better start taking on lots of work. I'm all for that. Let's get this agency hopping. Well, we have plenty of enthusiasm. All we need now are some clients. It's been 8 years since I last wore this badge. I feel like a rookie all over again. And this just in. The owner of the Ship-Shape Aquarium, Captain Jack Shipley, has been murdered. The suspect in this case is reportedly already in custody inside the aquarium. Isn't that the aquarium we were just watching, Athena? It is! I can't believe it. A murder at Ship-Shape Aquarium? But I love that place. We need to get to the bottom of this. Really? I guess I'm in luck then. Okay, who is this? I'm gonna guess it's that lady from the TV. It is. Perfect. Oh, we heard her voice on TV just a second ago. But I don't quite recall what it was. She was using a really high-pitched TV voice, so I suppose I can give her whatever I want. And it wouldn't really matter. Let's give her a few shots before we settle on something. No, that's Apollo. I need Phoenix Wright to save my friend. That's not it. Who in the world is this? Are you a client? Wait, that costume. It looks just like... I've got it. You must work at Ship-Shape Aquarium. Well, okay, so she's not, like, someone who goes completely out of character. Really. Obviously, she doesn't have the same energy right now, since she hasn't displayed any movements. But she does have that smug look. So... let's see. That's right. You may know it. I'm Sasha Buckler. I perform like an agile catfish in our pirate show. It'll blowfish your mind. Minnow. Blowfish. Those puns floundered a bit. Hehe, I figured out the client's identity. Chalk one up for analytical psychology. I'm still not sure how to go about this. Because Just now, she definitely was in character just now. I mean, is her being in character her actual character? Hmm. My friend is under suspicion of murder, so I really needed some help. That's just Athena's voice. That's why I've got to find this Phoenix Wright guy. Well, I'm Phoenix Wright. And this is Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. They're lawyers too. If there's anything you need, all you have to do is ask. The same goes for me too, Miss Buckler. Haha, just call me Sasha. And I'll call you all by your first names too, if that's alright. Man, I'm really struggling to get a voice for her that... Energetic, that's not Athena. High-pitched, show voice, that's similar to her real voice. I might end up making her the same as Athena on accident, if I'm not careful. Phoenix, no, or doing that, and making her Apollo, that's the second time. We've got to settle on something. I'm not great on female voices, and they always get me stuck like this. Phoenix, Apollo, Athena, you have to help me. No, that's not it. That's not even the right intonation. Phoenix, Apollo, Athena, you have to help me. Please, save my friend. I guess we'd better start by asking her more about her defense request. You know, I suppose I can just figure it out once she and Athena are having a dialogue. It'll be easy to differentiate them then. Miss Buckler? Sasha? Could you tell us more about why you need our help? My friend is suspected of murder. No, that's actually just Athena. I can't give her a timid voice like I did with so many of the other female characters in this game. And I don't really giving her an old bag voice would be funny. So that's a route we could go. As long as I switch it up to something else while she's acting in character, but still haven't gotten a grasp of if her character is her character. My friend is suspected of murdering the captain of Shipshape Aquarium. Captain? I thought the victim was the owner of the aquarium. Yeah, well, our aquarium has a pirate ship theme. That's why we call the owner our captain. We call the employees crew, too. That's a pretty unusual aquarium you've got there. Anyway, one of the crew members, my friend, is being suspected of the captain's murder. They've already decided she's guilty. I think they're going to give her the death penalty. What? What happened to due process? But my friend is as sweet and gentle as a whale shark. She wouldn't hurt a guppy. I know there's no way she murdered anyone, but they won't believe me. But with a name like Wright, I figured you'd be able to help me set them straight. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me she picked you all because of a bad pun. Ouch. See, my reputation doesn't precede me. But seriously, my name can't be the real reason she's here. You know, I suppose Phoenix's reputation is kind of in the dumps. Because he had the whole fake, what was it? Fake evidence thing that happened. But right before that was the trial where he got impersonated. So he's, I think, yeah? No, actually, that was Apollo's. Well, he got accused of fake evidence. Wait, no. That's not how that works. What game did he get impersonated in? It was the third game, right? Yeah, it was. Yeah, so he got impersonated, trounced, and then accused of fake evidence. So yeah, he must really, no one cares about him, probably. The thing they care about most is probably the hotel across the street. Well, what's the real reason you picked me, Sasha? Well, to be honest, I asked a whole slew of lawyers, but they all refused. They said stuff like, there's no merit to taking your case, or I'm not sure I can help. They're all cruel as sharks with hearts punier than white bait. Ooh, do I give her a pirate voice? That could work. She didn't really have a pirate voice in the cutscene, but I suppose I haven't paid too much heed to the cutscenes up so far. Oh, I can really feel Sasha's frustration. With nobody on her side, she must feel all alone. But helping people like her is the whole reason I became a lawyer in the first place. And then I heard about a lawyer named Phoenix Wright. They said he defends clients to the end, no matter how bleak the circumstances. Guess my reputation does precede me. Not sure how well deserved it is, though. I don't think I can give her a pirate voice with the current tone I'm going with her. Maybe when she gets angry I can do that. Have it slip in. I thought to myself, if anybody can save my friend, it's you, Phoenix. Quite a tall order there for a man who just got his badge back. But I don't want to let Sasha down. Or her friend. Let's help her, Mr. Wright. Let's save her friend. That's just what I was thinking. Sasha will accept your case. You will? Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver, literally. Well, no time to stand around and mull it over things. I want you to meet my friend right away. Come to Shipshape Aquarium with me. You got it. And I'll go too. Sorry, but I need you to stay here and keep an eye on the office until Trucy gets back. You never know when a new client might stop by. How come I'm the one who has to stay behind? Thanks a million, Apollo. Well, ladies, let's move to the aquarium, shall we? Alright. Wonder why they had to make the word move orange there. Did a long time pass between the release of this DLC and the base game? That might have. I hope they don't give me more tutorials, though. Oh, this is really impressive. Wow, this is gorgeous. It's just like being under the sea. Yeah. Oh, no, wrong voice. Yeah. No, wrong voice again. Come on. We're really creeping up on that 20-minute mark. I gotta get into this. Yeah, this is the Aqua Tunnel, our pride and joy. I'm really glad you like it. I'm gonna go on ahead and fill the detective in on your arrival. Take a look around the tunnel, and then come to meet me at the pool up ahead on the right. Oh, hey, boss, look at this cute little fish. I bet it would be delicious grilled. Seriously? Is that really all you can think of? Well, I didn't get to eat lunch today. Oh, and here comes some grilled chicken. Oh, it's a penguin. That's not a chicken, it's a penguin. Come here, little cutie. Huh. Wonder why they made it 2D. Maybe it only shows up now, and then it pops into the evidence. It ignored me. Maybe it was hungry too. Oh, look, it dropped something. Ah, it's an ad for Swashbuckler Spectacular Show. That penguin had a whole bunch of these stuffed in its backpack. So it's passing out flyers, huh? How cute. A carrier penguin that distributes flyers. We could use one of those for our office. Well, we gotta take a look at that as soon as we can, which is now. Let me take a look at that. Captain Orla has a new arrival, featuring the dashing red stash, the fluttering red scarf. Well, they couldn't make those two hints more obvious if they could. Let's see. Anything else here? I don't think so. Just the Orca's appearance and Red Stash's appearance. With the Red Stash being the captain, I assume. We do not have the captain in here yet. Alright. Well, we can't keep the client waiting. We'd better get going. Yeah, you're right. Time to roll up our sleeves. Oh, I wonder if we'll get to investigate more than, like, 2 rooms. We definitely get to investigate this one, because I can see it's CG. Alright. Huh? I don't see Sasha. Ah! Are you two the lawyers Miss Buckler mentioned? Oh, it's Fulbright. My beloved. Welcome back, my friend. Detective Fulbright? Are you the lead detective on this case? That's right. As long as evil exists in this world, there'll be no rest for me. And who is your sea urchin-like friend there? I don't believe we've met. Is he talking about me? I'm the defendant's lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Well, I'm Detective Bobby Fulbright. People don't usually get to see this area. It's only open now because of the investigation. You two are pretty lucky to get to be able to peek behind the scenes of an aquarium. Oh man, I need a drink of water. Yep, there we go. I should be able to do his voice now. Lucky. Right. This guy is even louder than Apollo. So, where is the suspect being questioned? And where's Miss Buckler? Here I be, me buckos. Shiver me timbers. There be one of Dread Pirate Mustache's scurvy swabs. Ooh, that's a bit of a mouthful, ain't it? I beg your pardon? I'm not anyone's swab, scurvy or otherwise. More shameless than a sea lion ye be trying to make off with me bust Becco. If you want to pick a fight with us, you'd best bring along an army of great white sharks. Oh, doing the pirate accent with this voice is gonna be a challenge, but I welcome it any day. Ah, wonderful, it voices itself. Sasha, what's going on here? Let me introduce you. This is the friend I was telling you about. Her name is Aura Shipley. But she only responds to Orla, so that's what people call her. I'm her trainer. Ooh, that's an important piece of evidence. Only responds to Orla? Okay. She's the suspect in the murder, but she never hurt anybody. You know, if this weren't Phoenix Wright, I would be highly inclined to not believe that. I do. Now that I've seeing this, I'm really starting to draw some comparisons between this trial and the circus trial. Back from, what was it, the second game? Hoping this one's a bit better. She's the suspect? Yeah, and thanks goodness you came before they put her down. I'm really grateful to the two of you. I just know you'll save Orla. What? Don't tell me you didn't even know who your client was. An orca is the suspect? Our client is an orca? Is this for real? Oh, did I forget to mention that? Oopsie. That's one very big oopsie. Oh. By the way, what was with that mustache earlier? Oh, this is part of me costume for the Swashbuckler Spectacular. When I be wearing this mustache, I be one of Captain Orla's swashbucklers. A transformation as dramatic as a pufferfish's, wouldn't you say? I don't think I would ever say that. It's a pirate-themed aquarium, so that's why Orla's wearing a pirate hat, right? Yep, she really loves wearing hats. She puts them on all the time. But her fake mustache keeps falling off, so that's a problem. I see. Well, why don't we start with you telling us a little bit more about Orla? Okay, here we go. So, you're really serious about me defending Orla? Of course I am. You're the only one who can do it, Phoenix. I heard you once questioned an animal during a trial, and that got your client off the hook. No way! Did you do that? I might have tried something like that at one point in my career. Oh, you're gonna have to tell me all about this later, or I'll ask Apollo for all the juicy details. I don't think Apollo was around yet, Athena. You probably didn't even know about Phoenix yet. When I heard you didn't discriminate against animals, I knew you'd hear me out. I have to warn you, though, I don't know anything about orcas. I mean, they don't eat people, do they? They do, actually. They're one of the. Well, not in the wild, usually. They absolutely can and will, if needed, and they will most certainly tip your boat if you have a seal on board. But usually they only kill people in captivity, or if you're trying to hunt them, I suppose. But I don't think people hunt orcas these days. Or ever, actually. Oh man, hunting an orca would suck. Much more than than other whales, I would imagine. I think I made her mad. I won't have you talk that way in front of Orla. Orcas have feelings too, you know. Yeah, boss. They have emotions just like we do. Sorry. Is anger the only feeling I inspire in women? Ah, don't worry, Phoenix. You have, Edgeworth. Don't worry. She says she forgives you. Alright. Besides, orcas are very picky eaters. Orla here only eats fish. The captain went to feed Orla this morning, and then he was found dead in this very room. Could you tell us more about his death? Ooh, I'd love to get an autopsy report. So, the owner of this aquarium, Jack Shipley, was discovered murdered. Yeah. It was about 10:10 this morning, just after the aquarium opened. A visitor was viewing the orca pool from the visitor's corridor and screamed. The orca pool is this tank here? Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's really, really small. How did they get her out? Did they have to lift her out? Hmm. The pool is built so that guests can see into it from the corridor of the first floor. The security guard and I heard the scream and came running into the pool room, where we found the captain dead at the side of the pool in his swashbuckler costume. He was as big and tough as an old crocodile, the captain. I still can't believe he's dead. Mr. Shipley was very important to you, wasn't he? Sorry, I didn't mean to get all sad goldfish on you. Sad goldfish? Okay, time for me to snap her out of it. When it's showtime, it's time to smile. That's what the captain always said. By the way, do you know why exactly Orla is being accused of the crime? Yes, Fist, please tell me. Oh, I see his body. Oh, I just noticed. His body outline is over on the side of the pool. He doesn't seem to be missing any limbs. So why is the orca suspected? Let me see if I can get an angle of that. No, he has 2 arms, 2 head, and 2 legs. So unless he has a huge chunk taken out of his side, which we would only see in an autopsy report, I don't know what's really going on there. Can you think of any reason why Orla would come under suspicion? The police think Orla went berserk during practice for the Swashbuckler Spectacular. But Orla would never do anything like that, right, Orla? Alright. Aw, look at that face. Isn't she adorable? The charges just have to be false. I hate to break it to you, but the police don't usually base their decisions on cuteness. That's right! We base them on facts. Take a look at this. Excuse me? Excuse me? You think an orca stabbed this man in the back of the head? Or do you think it was some freak accident? I can't wait to hear what the opposition has to say about this. Oh. Oh. Who exactly is going to be our prosecutor? Let me think. It could be it. No, it's not going to be Edgeworth. He's head prosecutor now. He's not going to. He's probably going to come back as prosecutor in the next game. Actually, no. There was someone else on the cover of the box of the next game. But we'll definitely get Edgeworth in the next game. I know that much. There's no way they wouldn't have him in the last game. But who's it for this? It's not going to be Franziska, is it? That'd be really out of nowhere. Not to mention, doing another high-pitched female voice would kind of make it difficult for me. There's no way it's Black Quill, right? I mean, Athena knows who knows Fulbright, which means that... Where is this chronologically speaking? It's before the school, but after the yokai village, I think. We'll have to see. A photo of the victim, huh? He's got a wound on his head. Very perceptive. The victim and the orca were the only ones here. What's more, we couldn't find a weapon of any kind around. Excuse me? The box of swords? Did you not see that? I mean, I know they're props, but come on, man. Really? There is so many things in this room that could be used to hurt someone, even if they are just props. Well, I suppose he said they didn't find a weapon around. Wait, is that what he said? Hold on, I can check. Okay, you couldn't find a weapon of any kind around. Yeah, I don't agree with that statement. So, what's the theory on how Orla supposedly killed the victim? They say orcas sometimes kill their prey by ramming into them underwater. We believe the orca did just that by pulling the victim into the 65-foot pool, and then ramming him while they were in the water. Okay, well, that, I suppose, is somewhat plausible, but did he have a bite wound? Well, I suppose it could be... Okay. Let me think of how they would argue this. They would probably argue... Well, no, they said that... Well, no, they did not... Fulbright did not say it. Buckler said that they probably think Orla went berserk. Is its name Orla? Aura, okay. So they probably think... So she says they probably think Orla went berserk. But based on what Fulbright is saying, the prosecution is probably going to argue that Uh, Aura. Oh no, it is Orla. Oh, is it misspelled? It is misspelled. Oh no, Aura is her real name. Okay, wait, but Orla is what people call her. I'm confusing myself. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. They're probably going to argue that Orla thought they were playing. No, but that doesn't even make sense. How would they argue this? I genuinely have no clue. The only thing I can see going on here is if someone just wants. Is if someone who is probably not the murderer just wants to put the blame on the animal so that the business is not obstructed as much. Well, but we'll see how this develops. Without any suspects besides Orla, this could be one tough case. Yep. No official autopsy has been ordered, but an orca attack makes sense. Why hasn't one been ordered? Accidental death due to failure to exercise proper oversight of an animal. The medical examiner said it wasn't a homicide, so we don't need an autopsy. So, Orla's gonna be put down without a proper investigation? This isn't fair. There's nothing short. That's nothing short of police negligence, Detective Fulbright. The incident wasn't determined a homicide, so there's nothing we can do, Miss Sykes. Ordinarily, the owner of the aquarium would be held responsible for the oversight failure. But the owner is the victim himself, so all we can do is hold the orca responsible. Phoenix, isn't there anything you can do? They're going to put Orla down. Sasha and Orla are depending on me. I want to do everything I can to help them. But how do I help an orca? Wait. Yes, I can do this. Okay, so. Obviously the answer here is find the real killer. But here's the thing I immediately jump to. If we find a single piece of evidence, we could accuse Buckler of the crime, which would get this to be considered a homicide, which would get an autopsy done, which would prove it's a homicide, which then gets the court defending Buckler, which would then allow us to expose the killer because that's how, this court system works. I don't think we're going to go that route, but I'm willing to I'm willing to accept anything to get us into the courtroom. I'll find the real killer. Oh, thank you, Phoenix, and I'll do everything I can to help you. Wait just one moment. You're not a police officer or a prosecutor. You're not even officially the defendant's lawyer. You have no right to investigate. I'm not officially Orla's lawyer, huh? In that case, I know exactly what I have to do. Yes, I can do this. Oh, I guess that's not the right thing. I got my badge back now, so I know exactly what I have to do. I'll defend Orla in court. Huh? Even an orca deserves a fair trial. If the one responsible for Orla's dead, then I'll take the responsibility for her. You'll what? I guess doing crazy things just once in your career wasn't enough, huh? But what the heck? I'll take responsibility for her too. Are you two insane? This is a case of accidental death caused by an animal. It's not a murder case. With no evidence of foul play, this case will never go to court. Then, let us investigate the crime scene. If we can prove this was a murder, we might be able to take it to trial. And then, Orla would certainly need the help of a few good lawyers. I guess so. But who's ever heard of a trial for a killer whale? Just because it's never been done before doesn't mean we can't do it now. This is great. He would so be disbarred for this. But please, Detective Fulbright, for justice's sake. The police have determined that an animal that has harmed a human should be put down. But I don't know for sure whether that's a just decision. If your sense of justice compels you to take the defense of this animal, then my sense of justice tells me to let this case be re-examined for the possible merit. You mean it? Really? That's fantastic. You're not such a bad guy after all, Detective Fulbright. Just remember, this case hasn't been officially recognized as a homicide yet. I'll get in touch with the prosecutor's office, but I'm not making any promises. Anyway, I'd better be off. Man, we didn't get a single injustice we trust from him. That's sad. You two are our lifeboat. I'll be right here if you need me. Thanks. I've got a feeling we'll really need your help with this investigation. We're still not sure if it'll go to trial, but as Orla's lawyers, we have to do everything we can. To get this case in the court, we'll need a prosecutor to make an indictment. So we have to find enough evidence to prove it's a criminal case. There just has to be something that shows that the culprit was somebody other than Orla. Detective Fulbright said there were no weapons in the area other than her, so we'd better look for something to prove him wrong. I'd better make note of that so I don't forget. You sure are organized, boss. Maybe I should get a notebook of my own. I just like to jot down notes on the case and the court records as I go along. We can use it as a sort of to-do list. Man, a lot of time must have passed between the release of the DLC and the game. Great idea. I'll add things too, and whenever we're stuck, we can just refer to the notes. I'm not reading that tutorial. Nope. There. Note jotted. Now, let's investigate this crime scene. There has to be some evidence here that we can use in court. Examining the crime... No, stop it. I don't want your tutorials, please. Please stop it. Please, no. I don't want to read it. I don't want to. Oh, thank you. It's done. Okay. Is this a 3D room? It is a 3D room. Got it. Let's just take a look around first. So there's a Jolly Roger on that ball, which is probably notable. Extra hats. Wanted posters aren't important. The hook is a danger. Yep, I did note that. And the fake swords in the body. Oh, I can't investigate the body itself. Interesting. Alright, well, let's do the hooks first. Hey, look! There's an apparatus here to hang from. I don't think it's for people to hang from. Looks more like a crane to move things with. But Sasha was hanging from it during the Swashbuckler Spectacular. I bet there are all kinds of ways to use it, not just to move things. Come on, boss, let's try thinking outside the box. She trying to say I have narrow-minded view of things? I don't think that's what she was going for, Phoenix. Swords time. It's too far away to get a good look. Better get a little bit closer first. Oh, that's interesting. Well, let's rotate. Check the sign over here. Looks like the control panel for that crane apparatus. Sure are a lot of buttons. When I see this many buttons, I start to get fidgety. I know what you mean. Start itching to push them, right? Nah, I start itching to make a psychological study of people who want to push buttons. Need I remind you that I'm your boss, not a guinea pig? Alright, well, I was expecting a bit more out of that. Rotate one more time. Can I look at the swords from here? Oh, okay. I can look at the body from here. Well, let's look at the ball first, just in case. Oh, look, there's a ball in the water. Is that another prop for the show? That's one of the Orla's toys. She plays volleyball with it. It's usually in the bin. Guess I must have forgotten to put it away yesterday. Wow, I wish I could play volleyball with Orla. You have as much fight in you as a mean old lobster. I like it. There aren't many people who want to be on the receiving end of Orla's fastball. Her fastball? Yeah, she likes to be naughty and slam the ball into things around the pool. You should hear the sound that ball makes when it crashes into stuff. Well, maybe some other time. She suddenly went from fighting lobster to reluctant hermit crab. Alright, that's important to note. Let's check the body next. What a mess! Was all this stuff knocked over when the victim struggled with his killer? It's possible, but it would be hard to prove. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Yeah, let's look at these swords. Ooh, I see a flag pole in the back. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Look at all this stuff scattered everywhere. I see some swords. I wonder if they have anything to do with the case. They're made of rubber. I don't think they could be used as a weapon. But I still bet if someone got whacked with one, it would sting quite a bit. Yeah, I guess it would. But I think I could stand the pain. Yeah? Good for you. Oh, look, there's a blow-up dolphin and anchor, too. Mr. Wright, are you even listening to me? Stop looking at those toys. Well, I guess I've been caught red-faced. Man, they are not great with these puns. Oh, that's something right there. This octopus is broken, but I can't look at it from here. Can I... Okay, this whole junk pile is one thing. Check the body next. So this is where the body was found, huh? They suspected Orla. Maybe they found some evidence of an attack on the victim. Orla didn't... Oh, I've already forgotten her voice. Orla didn't attack the captain. She loved him. The captain rescued Orla when she was little, after she got beached on the shore. He tried to release her into the ocean, but she kept coming back. I can tell Orla's sad about losing the captain. She's just not her usual chipper self. Orla must really love this aquarium and the captain. She's the only one around here big and strong enough to play with the big tough captain. Every day she made a point of headbutting him and stealing his hat. Oh, yikes. Guess you weren't kidding when you said the captain was a really strong guy. Ooh, she steals his hat every day, huh? Wonder if he died with the hat on. That'd be a good piece of evidence. Or at least testimony. Now, I want to inspect this octopus. Let me back away from this. I really don't think the cannon's something, but I suppose there could be something behind it. Yikes, look at that huge octopus! That must be a show prop too. One of its legs is missing, though. Wouldn't it be exciting to take on a huge enemy like that? I'd like to give it a try myself. As a lawyer, that is. You know you have insufficient number of limbs to out-object it, right? Alright. Huh. Suppose this painting or the, what's it? The cannon's gonna have something then? We'll check. Setting sun. Sunspots always remind me of how quickly the day goes by. Oh, boss! It's just a painted backdrop, you know. Down, Athena. Of course I know. I guess the way they use it for the swashbuckler spectacular. It looks handmade. Ooh, I just got an idea. Why don't we make our own not guilty backdrop? And present it to the judge when things aren't going our way? No, we put psychological pressure on the judge by hanging it behind the defendant. I almost want to see how the judge would respond to that. That would probably work, actually. There's no way it's this cannon, right? I've been, like, avoiding it. Specifically because I think it's not the cannon. But at this point, I feel like I might not have a choice. Wait, what's this on a... Oh, that's just part of the orca's back. Okay. Oh, I don't see anything other than the cannon and the things hanging from the roof. Oh, I might have just inspect the orca. Here, let's do that. Orla's not going to notice me from here. I better move around to the front. Oh, it's in case I want to get up and close with Orla. I see, that's what it's for. Is that show makeup above Orla's eye? That's right, it's a starfish. Kinda makes her look like a punk rock and pirate, don't you think? A punk rock pirate? Killer whale? It's official. Society's on the road to ruin. Well, I think Orla is one hot rockfish. Speaking of rockin', how do you get Orla to do what you want during the show? I give her signals with this whistle. Okay. Let's... Oh, but I didn't hear anything just now. Phoenix, do you not know what a dog whistle is? The sound's out of range of human hearing, just like a dog whistle. Orcas have better hearing than people do. They can even hear the whistle underwater. That's so cool! I wish I could give commands to Orla. Anybody can do that. All they'd have to do is learn the signals. Here, Athena, you can have one of our whistles. Consider it a present. Ooh, that's what we need to know. I mean, that's not what we need to know. It's what we need. That's very important. Gee, thanks. Oh, that was the wrong voice, but it's fine. As for the actual commands, I'm afraid I can't teach them to you. They're top secret. I guess that's about it. Under different circumstances, I would have loved to see the Swashbuckler spectacular. The three of us have always performed the show together. Me, Orla, and the captain. Today's show has been cancelled, but we could put on a little performance for you now. Oh? I hope we get something out of this. Let's see, what do we get? Oh. That's shiny. Oh, are we actually gonna accuse Buckler? I'd love to see that happen. Ooh. Okay, okay. We be Captain Orla's swashbucklers, me buckos. We love to set sail to the seven. We love to set sail the seven seas. Bleh. We've come to rout that mangy blackguard, dread pirate Nostache. Avast! There he be, Nostache himself. Prepare to feed the fish. Am I playing the role of Nostache? Oh, no stash. I get it. Well, Sasha has a stash and you don't, so I guess so. Hit him with your water cannon, Captain, and spare no quarter. Okay, let's see. Okay, just getting soaked. Ah! Hmm. Yeah, I think we are going the indiked buckler route here. We swim through storms and waves, all because, you see, grand treasure and adventures awaitin' just for me. That. Oh, I just realized that matches the music, but the words don't come out at the right time to actually sing along. That's a bit awkward. Wow, that was awesome! Your performance packed quite a wallop. Yeah, I, for one, feel like I took quite a beating. Sorry about that. Can't have a show without the bad guy role, right? But a singing orca, huh? Must have been tough to train her to do that. That's Earla's best trick. She can only sing one song, though. Well, she's still got one up on a pianist who can't play even one song. You didn't learn hot cross buttons during those years? Huh. Well, now that we've had the taste of the show, we'd better do some more investigating. Oh, that's the wrong person. Good idea. Let's go to the Aqua Tunnel. Alright, anything else to talk to you about? Nope. I don't think I need to present anything. Yep, nothing there. Okay, Aqua Tunnel. Surprisingly few things in the aquarium to look at. So, you all done investigating the pool already? We had a good look around, but now we're moving to other areas. How is the police investigation going? Did you, say, for example, find any other suspects besides Orla? Ha ha ha! Wouldn't that be fortunate for you if we did? But no, I'm afraid not. And even more unfortunate for you, I'm afraid we found decisive evidence of the orca's guilt. What? Please, tell us more, Detective. What, did you find one of the orca's teeth in the defendant's leg? Not the defendant, the victim? So, what's this decisive evidence? Don't just hold out on us now, Detective Fulbright. I'm very sorry, but I can't share classified information with the defense. Especially not security footage that shows the moment the orca attacked the victim. Yep, I'm to personally see to it that this baby stays safe. It will never leave my side. Excuse me, but there's a call for you, Detective. I'll be right there. Sorry, guys, you know how it is. Wait, he called us the defense. Does that mean it's already gone through? Have they found a lawyer to indict the orca? Well, he never said that he wouldn't leave its side, I guess. Now, let's sneak a peek. What is this? There's no shot that's the body. Or the guy. What the? Is this supposed to be the moment Orla attacked the victim? Can we actually get a look at the rest of the video? We should be able to see the rest of it, right? If the body is there, it would be very visible. Huh. I'm not sure. If I... Well, I suppose we'll just have to accept this like we did with all the other still image videos that we've seen throughout the game. Huh. Not that I like it. This little bit of footage doesn't prove anything. I agree. I believe in Orla and Sasha. Let's just continue on with our investigation. Good idea. Huh? There's a sticker on this camera that says return to the pub o' danger. Guess somebody there manages the cameras. Let's go check it out. Sorry about that. Prosecutor Blackquill called to remind me to go feed Taka. So, where were we? Oh, that's right. You two got any more questions for me? No, we're good. Thank you for leaking all your info. Oh, it is Black Quill on the prosecution. Alright, suppose we can work with Black Quill. Let's go to the pub. Oh, that's a... interest... Oh, wait, what's that? You know, even though nothing in here seems to indicate... Well, even though nothing in here seems to be evidence, other than... Yeah, no, nothing here seems to be evidence, but it does... It is a very interesting set design, I will say that. I quite like it, at least. The electric eel tank with the voltage meter is particularly charming. This looks like one of those hands-on exhibits. It has a real air of danger, don't you think? Well, the banner does say Pubbo Danger. Let's see. According to the description, this room is a pub where pirates gather, explore and interact with sea creatures, actually feel the electricity of electric eels, and feed real piranhas. Experience the terror of the seas with these dangerous experiments. All of those sound less like terror and more like torture to me. Ahem. I'd thank you to keep it down there, Blue Boy. I'm conducting an experiment. Okay, this is the person who saw the thing on the camera. And I also got the voice completely wrong. Do not disturb me unless you wish to be zapped with an electric eel. Is that the voice we want to go with? My apologies, ma'am. Wow, she seems intense. Excuse me, but who are you? Before you ask others, shouldn't you give your name first? Wait, I'm slipping the Bobby voice. How did that happen? Before you ask... No, that's not it. Before you ask others, shouldn't you give your name first? Basic manners, young lady. Oh, yes, of course. My name is... Never mind. I will simply call you Yellow Girl. It's easier that way. I am Norma de Plume. I am very interested in Shipshape Aquarium, and I am a frequent visitor here. But I don't want to be Yellow Girl. You think I wanted to be called Blue Boy? Let's just see what she has to say. Okay, so... If we want to approach this with Scooby-Doo logic, then we say that it's not her. But we have repeatedly seen throughout this series that Scooby-Doo logic does not really apply. So I think that she is, at the very least, an accomplice, since she, based on her text, so her dialogue, seems to be someone who would benefit from the owner dying. So let's see. You say you're interested in the aquarium, but you don't look like a staff member. Let's see. I've got it. You're someone completely unrelated to this aquarium. That's some deductive reasoning there, champ. I am a visitor, a patron, a customer, a guest. And what might you be? I'm not a what, I'm a lawyer. Hey, that's what I was gonna say. And I run a law office. Well, whatever you are, I don't have the slightest interest. Just who does she think she is, boss? A customer, didn't you hear? A visitor, a patron, a customer, a guest. Remember? Hey, look at that, we're on the same wavelength, eh? I thought they closed the aquarium and weren't letting members of the public in. Oh ho ho! But I have special permission, you see. And why exactly is that, if I may ask? Well, because of the incident... But heavens, I've said too much. Ooh, Psyche Lock. Let's go. Not a very well-kept secret. I remember this. Cyclocks. Oh, don't tutorialize me again. Huh? Psychedelic rock? Cyborg clocks? What? No, Cyclocks. It's the power of this Magatama. Oh, well, I guess I might as well read it if it's gonna be Athena making fun of him for thinking it's fake. It gives me the ability to see secrets locked away in someone's heart. If I can remove the locks, I can uncover their secrets. I didn't know you had a magical item like that. It looks like this lady knows something about what happened. I'll just use my Magatama and undo her Cyclox. Huh? I can't see the locks anymore. Huh? The color of that stone looks different than from before. Huh, that's funny. Maybe it's out of juice. It can do that? Yeah. A certain girl I know poured her spiritual power into it for me. Without that power, I can't undo the Cyclox. No way! Oh. Why do I have to keep quiet about it anyway? Ooh, wait, is this gonna be the chapter where, what is it? Where, Pearl is introduced to Athena and Apollo? It very well could be. Let's see. I've never been any good at keeping secrets. But I did promise after all, so I guess I had better keep my mouth shut. Who did you promise what to? No comment. Now, go away. Just when I thought we could find out more about the case. Let's go try to find some other way. I'm sure we'll find something. Alright. Suppose we'll have to meet up with Pearls before we do that. Does it want me to go back to the pool already? Alright. To the pool. No, it doesn't want me to do that. I do dialogue there. I don't think I'd get anything out of showing the security footage, but we might as well try. Nope, nothing there. The tunnel? Oh, we got something. Let me guess, it's gonna be the penguin? Hey, Detective Fulbright's gone. It looks like the police investigation is over, too. That's too bad. I was hoping to get a little more out of him. Yo, yo, yo ho ho. Cleaner? Nuh-uh. Feeder? That's right. Oh, I skipped a line. Is that somebody rapping? What was that last line? Alright. Well, the only pirate rap I know is the One Piece opening. So, if he starts rapping, maybe I'll just sing that. Rifle yo, sometimes you make so mad. Wait, he's going so fast. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with that. Oh, he stopped. Rifle yo, sometimes you make me so mad, but now that you're gone, I'm just so sad. Yo, Rifle, just come back to me. We can be together and sing cree cree cree. Oh, is he looking for the penguin? Perhaps. I imagine that's it. What's with this guy rapping and making strange bird sounds? Yikes! Who's there? You didn't hear me rapping, did you? Yeah. Well, maybe. Just do me a favor and pretend you didn't hear nothing. Let's see, Marlin Rhymes, and you have an ID tag. That's important. Fine by us. And who might you be? I'm Marlin Rhymes. I'm an animal keeper here. But the aquarium is already closed today. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure? You don't sound too certain. Oh, are you new here or something? Wow, yeah, that's right. Pretty good guess. So who are you guys? I'm Phoenix Wright. And I'm Athena Sykes. We're lawyers and we're going to represent Orla. By taking her case to court and proving she's innocent. Are you serious? You want to defend an orca in court? Oh, but if you're here for Orla, that must make you friends of Sasha's. Sorry if I came across rude. Sounds like he's friends with Sasha. Sometimes when I'm by myself, I like to rap to pass the time. Especially when I'm around the animals I love. Oh, I love animals too. Especially marine creatures like dolphins. I like marine creatures too. But just the ones you can eat. Yeah, well, people who like animals are good people. That's what I always say. If there's anything I can do for you two, just say the word. I just started working here, though, so I don't know how much help I can be. Mr. Rhymes seems pretty friendly. Yeah, friendly and agreeable. Okay. Is he in our court record already? Yes, he is. Loves animals as much as he loves rapping. Got it. Oh, wrong one. I need to speak with him. Oh, he has a lot to talk about. Okay, well, let's start with you. Tell me about it. Tell me about yourself. So, what exactly do you do around here as an animal keeper? Mainly, I clean the place and feed the animals. Wiping all this glass takes forever. Yeah, that would be a pain. Especially depending on how you went about it. I can imagine. This tunnel alone must take most of the day. I also prep the food the animals eat. That's the hardest part of all. You mean it's really difficult to get the hang of it? Nah, I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so cutting fish and meat and stuff up creeps me out. Now, there's something I never expected to hear from a pirate. Do you know anything about the incident that took place this morning? Yeah, one of our guests saw what happened and started screaming. I came running, but by the time I got there, I couldn't see the orca or the captain. Speaking of the captain, what was he like? Like a strong captain who can turn a wild bunch of ruffians into some great pirates. He always treated us fairly and equally, human and fishes alike. The real deal, man. Hey, what are you crying for? I'm not crying. It's just, I can feel your hurt heart crying, that's all. Girl, what you talking about? I'm not crying either. I guess I won't mention that his eyes are puffer than a pair of pufferfish. I bet Sasha and our vet, Dr. Crab, are even more upset by his death. Vet? This aquarium has a resident vet? Yeah. Yo, hold up. I haven't seen Dr. Crab this morning. Staff are supposed to stay put. The night shift has been on duty since last night, but they won't let us go home. Sasha even had to get special permission to go out looking for a lawyer this morning. We haven't seen anybody who looks like a vet. Alright. Were you rapping something about looking for a weapon earlier? A rifle or something? Haha, no, not a weapon. Rifle is the name of one of our penguins. A penguin? Why would you name a penguin something like that? Ahoy! Yo! Yo! Yo ho ho! Prep for the battle, prep for the war. Little lady rifle gonna even to score. Y'all think you can escape with your pride? Nuh-uh, you just gotta be straight up denied. Yo, yo, yo ho ho. You know, I feel a lot less embarrassed about doing that than I thought I would. Anyway, that's what she's like, so we named her Rifle. Okay, but did you have to wrap it? That's just how I roll. Does Rifle wear a backpack by any chance? Yeah, that's the one, so you've seen her, huh? She's always running away. She's such a good runner, we decided to put her to work delivering flyers. Do you really want a dangerous penguin like that running loose? Rifle's not dangerous. She only attacks people she doesn't like. When we ran into her earlier, she didn't attack us. She straight up ignored us, actually. Hey, I have an idea. If you run into Rifle again, would you mind feeding her for me? She didn't come back to the pool at feeding time like usual, so I've been looking for her. She loves the smell of fish, so she might come over to you if you have some. Oh, I would love to feed a penguin. That'd be okay, right, boss? I don't mind, as long as you carry the fish. Alright, that's probably going to be something that we lose pretty quickly, right? Large quantity fish. Yeah, smells bad. P.U., it smells so fishy. Really? What a shocker. Oh yeah, besides Rifle, I've been looking for Small Fry, too. Small Fry? Is that another penguin? Nah, she's a friend I made. A high school girl. She went off looking for a rifle somewhere and hasn't been back. Is she your girlfriend? What? Nah, no way. Sasha's the one I... So you like Miss Buckler, do you? Well, I really respect her, you know? We have different tastes in music, but I admire the way she lives her life. It's not like I like her, it's more complicated than that. I'm pretty sure that all adds up to like. She tries to put on a brave face, but I think the captain's death is hitting her hardest of all. After all, it was her human show partner that got killed by that orca. So you think Orla really did it? Well, I can't understand how Sasha feels. Well, I can understand how Sasha feels, but she's the only one of us who doesn't think the orca did it. Oh, I see. I guess it isn't easy to believe in somebody who can't even speak up for herself. Anyway, let me know if you see Rifle or Small Fry, okay? Small Fry said she was going to go check the orca pool. Maybe we'll head back there then. Alright, this chapter seems to have a pretty large cast of characters, and they just sent me straight here. So this is probably the last thing we do today. Let me just see the court record. How many people do we have involved in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Small fry, which is 7, and the vet, which is 8. So that's 8 people. That's quite a lot. As in 8 people directly related to the case. Wait, did I count the victim? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did count the victim. 7. Okay. I guess 2 of them are animals, so it makes sense. That's going to be a lot of testimony to get through. Huh? There's something on the left side of the pool that wasn't there before. Oh, I see that. Just barely through the opaque text box. Oh, it's a toy sword. Oh, it's a walkie-talkie. It looks like an electronic sword. Hey, you're back. Oh, hi, Sasha. What's with this strange sword here? Oh, that's a walkie-talkie. It's probably Rifle's. Rifle can use a walkie-talkie? She's always running away, so we attached a walkie-talkie to her. If we can hear the sounds around here, we can usually guess where she is. But not if she drops the walkie-talkie on the floor. Every member of the crew has one too, so we can communicate back and forth. We even use the broadcast for specific parts of the aquarium. Using this broadcast to specific parts of the aquarium. Cool, huh? Alright. That's pretty important. Well, if Rifle's walkie-talkie is here, then Rifle might still be here too. Rifle, come out wherever you are. Yeah. Did it react to something that she said? Are you okay? You have to be careful around pools or you might slip right in. I'm more afraid of my heart jumping right now. Hey, who's that riding on the Orla? Isn't that Rifle? Hey, you're right. Come here, Rifle. Yep, there he goes, going for the fish. Ah, she ignored me again. Why doesn't that penguin like me? Ah. Oh, it ignored the fish. Alright. Now you've scared Rifle away with all that yelling. Well, I'm not giving up. I'll make that penguin like me if it's the last thing I do. Oh, okay, I suppose this is small fry. Oh, hey, it's Pearl. Finally, we get the magnetoma charge back up. Hey, it's Pearls? Oh, Mr. Nick. I haven't seen you in ages. Could Pearls be the small fry Mr. Rhymes was talking about? Congratulations on your return to lawyering. I've been thinking about stopping by your office for a visit to congratulate you. This is Pearl Fay. I call her Pearls. She may dress a little funny, but that's because she's a spirit medium. A real prodigy with great power at that. Well, her beads don't go all the way around her neck. I didn't realize that before. Huh. I've known her since she was little, and she sometimes comes to the office to visit. She's just a little older than Trucy, so she's like a big sister to her. Oh, is that sort of the dynamic they have? We really did not get much of Trucy or Pearl in the base game at all. And I was fine with the lack of Pearl, because she just showed up at the end. But Trucy, I think the most substantial thing she did in the entire game, what was it? Introduce us to that one girl in the yokai village, and clean out our inventory of evidence once. Yeah. I guess everyone here knows Mr. Nick, then. He's such a nice guy, don't you think? Is she trying to be my big sister too now? Well, that's an interesting way to have her behave now. What are you doing here, Pearls? My summer camp is here on a field trip. I've never been to such a big aquarium before, so I was really looking forward to it. But then that incident happened, and the police just finished questioning me. Oh, I see. Mr. Nick, who's that lady next to you? I'm Athena Sykes. I'm a new lawyer at Right Anything Agency. Oh, how do you do? My name is Pearl Fay. My cousin and my friends call me Pearly. Apparently it is then. Nice to meet you. So, how did the two of you meet? Well, you know how I used to travel to Europe to study their legal systems, Pearls? I met Athena on one of those trips. Don't tell me, not Athena, is Pearl doing that thing she did back in the original trilogy where she thinks uh, Mr. Right has a thing for Maya? I called him Mr. Right. Okay. That's where it seems to be going. So tell me more about how the two of you met in Europe. Hey, I thought I was supposed to be asking the questions here. A long time ago, Mr. Wright helped me out of a difficult jam. That's when I started thinking about becoming a lawyer like him. So you're like her mentor, huh, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something like that, I guess. Mr. Wright is the whole reason I am who I am today. He was the one who told me my knowledge of psychology could help people in court. Gee, Mr. Nick, it looks like you've become a real adult since the last time I saw you. I've always been an adult the entire time I've known you, Pearls. Well, would you look at that? Rifle loves you. She sure does seem to be attracted to Pearls. Hehe, I'm so glad she likes me. Penguins are so adorable, aren't they? I even bought myself a little penguin calendar here at the aquarium gift shop. Oh, is that going to be important, I wonder? I have it hanging from my bag already. Oh, how cute! A calendar the shape of a penguin. Oh, wait. Have I been giving Pearl Buckler's voice? No, I haven't. That calendar is a real hit with all our female visitors. I even have one myself. But the rest of the staff thinks it's too cutesy. What do you mean? How is a penguin too cute? I guess it doesn't really fit the whole rough and tumble pirate image very well. But, why does this calendar smell kind of like fish? What do you mean, Mr. Nick? Please don't be rude. Uh-oh, I got Pearls mad. Is that saying hers specifically? Yeah, it's her calendar specifically smells like fish. Alright. So, you were looking for Rifle too? That's right, I was trying to help Mr. Marlin, the animal keeper. Come here, Rifle, come on. She went towards Orla instead. Why can't I get Rifle to like me? Maybe you should quit chasing her after her with that scowl of yours. Mr. Nick, how could you speak to a lady so rudely? Uh-oh, I got Pearls mad. Again. Why don't you try to get Rifle to take some food from you? Oh, great idea! And I have just the thing to present to her, too. Okay, yeah. I guess I gotta do it. Rifle, I have a present for you. It's chock filled with love. Here you go. Oh. Orla took it, it looks like. Hey, Orla! Orla ate my love-filled fish. At least it looks like she enjoyed it, though. I think Orla and I just had a bonding moment. About to get splashed? Nope. Friendship blossoming with the exchange of some food. Oh, isn't it moving, Mr. Nick? I think moving might be going a bit far. Anyway, how did you get Rifle to come to you so easily, Pearls? I heard Rifle was attracted to the smell of fish. Mr. Nick, are you saying I smell like fish? Maybe just a little, yes. I guess I need to change my clothes. That's odd. Wonder why Pearl smells like she's holding a bucket of fish. Orla doesn't usually want to eat at this time of day. And we've even been giving her more food than normal at her regular meal times lately. Oh, tell me about it. Is there something wrong with Orla's feeding habits lately? Yeah, something's weird. The new guy Marlin feeds all the other animals besides Orla. But the captain and I, her trainer, are responsible for feeding Orla. It was the captain's turn to feed Orla this morning. But Orla keeps coming to me and signaling she's still hungry. She wants my fish chock filled with love. How long are you going to keep saying that? She sure is excited to make a new friend. But I don't think the captain would have forgotten to feed Orla. Rifle and that big creature there certainly seem to love each other. This is Orla the Orca. Rifle and Orla are best friends. They belong together like a clownfish and a sea anemone. Care to phrase that in a way us non-biology majors can understand? Come on, Phoenix. I know this game came out after Finding... Wait. Did this game come out after Finding Nemo? When was Finding Nemo? 2003 or 2005? I don't remember. When this game... This game definitely came out after Finding Nemo. It was on the DS. Yeah. Oh, I suppose it is a Japanese game. So I suppose maybe Nemo wasn't as big of a hit over there. Oh, so this orca is the suspect. I read in the book once that orcas eat penguins. Don't you worry about that. Orla here is really gentle, and she never eats anything but fish. Do orcas eat penguins? Penguins are a solely south hemisphere creature. Do orcas go that far south? I didn't know about that. They're Arctic creatures, to my knowledge, and it wouldn't. And I mean, they are whales, so they could make the distance, but I don't know if they would tolerate the warm water that long. Not to mention, securing food would be problematic. I suppose that's something to think about later, eh? Don't you worry about that. Orly here's gentle and she never eats anything but fish. Oh, are they fighting? Or play fighting? Or is it riding her? She's an old sweetheart. As a matter of fact, she even tolerates Rifle picking on her. It's true, she does seem very gentle. She hardly seems like a killer whale. As lawyers, we have to do everything we can to save this beautiful, gentle creature. Wow, you're going to defend her in court? She's quite the defendant, isn't she? She's the biggest defendant we've ever had. Literally. Oh, Pearls, I have a big favor to ask. What is it, Mr. Nick? It's about my Magatama. Its spiritual power seems to have vanished. Oh, that Magatama brings back memories. I remember pouring my spiritual power into it, but that was so many years ago. I guess that's why it's almost out now. Oh? There you go, Mr. Nick. It should be fine now. Thank you, Pearls. Now I can break Cyclops again. Hehe, I'm glad I could help. Well, I think I'll go find Mr. Marlin now. I had to bring Rifle to him. Alright. Pearlie sure seems right at home at this aquarium. You're right. But didn't she say this was her first time here? Apparently that girl was in the staff corridor earlier this morning. That's why the detective was questioning her. What was Pearls doing in the staff corridor? I don't know. I thought she was Marlin's friend or something. The staff corridor, huh? Something about that doesn't sit well with me. Can we go check that out? Well, if it bothers you, why don't you just go ask her about it? Yeah, good idea. Let's go catch up with her. Oh, they're really railroading you, huh? I suppose, oh wait, they're doing this, I know why. They don't want me to go do the Cyclops yet. I was wondering why they were doing that. Huh. Alright. Looks like Mr. Rhymes and Pearls are talking. Ahoy! Base Small Fry was so clutch with the assist. Rhymes and Rifle reunion, a tail end in the bliss. Now Animal Keeper Rhymes ain't gonna get cut. Mad prop Small Fry, this case is now shut. Yo, yo, yo ho ho. It was my pleasure. See you again sometime, Rifle. Alright. Okay, let's go, Rifle. See ya, Small Fry. Did they put Pearl in my court record, by the way? They did. Huh. I suppose she could take the stand. Oh, Mr. Nick. I didn't see you there. Yes, I need to ask you something. Hey, Pearlie. You and Mr. Rhymes seem to be really good friends. Could you tell us more about your relationship? Well, Oh, well, I suppose we needed a tutorial somewhere for these psych locks. Um, Pearls, why do I see a psych lock? Um, I'm sorry, Mr. Nick, but I really shouldn't talk about it. I don't feel right digging into Pearl's affairs, but she was here at the aquarium at the time of the incident. Whatever she's hiding could help us out in court. Sorry, Pearls, but I'll have to use my Magatama on you. Oh, I know what it is. It's just that she is close to him because she knows that he likes Sasha. Right. Oh, that's gonna be a pretty easy one. Not wrong button. I'm gonna have to speak through the dialogue again. Yep, I know. Oh, it's not going. There we go. There we go. Huh. Hey, is it just me, or there's something... Oh. Oh my god. This whole time? Man, I'm really just screwing up today, huh? I've had you guys with no game audio this whole time. Well, now don't I just feel silly, huh? Okay. I'm gonna have to adjust the stream title whenever I'm done with this. A psych lock. A lock on a person's heart that only I can see. The deeper the secret is hidden, the more locks there will be. Pearls only has one lock, so I should be able to undo it fairly easily. But if I make a mistake, I'll be locked in a loop and won't be able to move forward. Okay, time to give it a try. Let's see. Pearls, you have to tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes. Relationship? There is no relationship between Mr. Marlin and me. We're just a visitor to the aquarium and an animal keeper at the aquarium, that's all. But there are areas where ordinary visitors to the aquarium don't get to go. You were here before the incident occurred, weren't you? Okay, well that's not what I thought it was going to be for the evidence. That works. Yes, that's right. But how did you know? Someone told me you were there. I got confused and went the wrong way. I didn't know it was a corridor just for the staff. But that's all it was, Mr. Nick. I didn't have anything to do with Mr. Marlin. Sounds reasonable. I guess I'd better move on to my next topic. Actually, there's something else I've been wondering about, Pearls. Why do you smell like fish? Fish? What makes you think I smell like fish? Well, there's a certain someone who convinced me it wasn't my imagination. There is? Oh, it's Rifle. Yeah. Rifle? She's apparently very attracted to the smell of fish. Rifle didn't want anything to do with Athena, even though she had a bunch of fish. So why then was Rifle so attracted to you, Pearls? I don't know. Looks like she's still not ready to talk about it. You had an object with you that smelled fishy too. In fact, I think it has something to do with your secret. It's this. Man, 3 pieces of evidence for a single lock? I guess Pearl's being conscious of the fact that there is a lock probably has something to do with it, huh? I can't lie to you, Mr. Nick. I'll tell you about me and Mr. Marlin and about the calendar. Alright, what do we got? Whew, it was only 1 lock, but it sure took some work. Please, tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes. I became distracted by the gift shop almost as soon as we got to the aquarium. Before I knew it, everyone had moved on and I got lost. I was so embarrassed to be lost at my age. Oh, Pearls, I know. Big crowded places are hard for you. I sort of panicked and went down the wrong corridor. I ended up in the food prep room, and that's where I met Mr. Marlin. I really startled him when I called out to him. He jumped so much he startled me too, and I lost my balance and fell down. Oh, Mr. Nick, I spilled so many fish all over the floor. I guess that explains why you smell fishy. Pardon the pun. Yes, and my calendar fell out of my bag and got buried in all the fish too. But it doesn't explain why Pearls wanted to keep it a secret. Why did you want to hide your meeting with Mr. Rhymes? Well, I didn't want him to get in trouble over feed sanitation regulations because of me. And Mr. Marlin said he didn't want anyone to know he was in the food prep room. Huh? Why not? What was he doing in there? Before I spoke to him, he was staring at a calendar. But because of me, he dropped his calendar too. We had to search for it along with fish. Or among the fish. Wait a minute, this calendar of yours, it already has writing in it. It does? But I didn't write anything in it yet. There's something written in here under today's date. Meet the captain at the Orca pool at 7 a.m. Maybe my calendar and Mr. Marlin's got mixed up. Pearls, about what time did you run into Mr. Rhymes? I think it was about 10:15 when he had the info desk announcement that I was lost. So I must have first gone into the prep room at about 10:10. I see. Do you mind if I hang on to this calendar for a while? It might be a clue to the victim's movements before he was killed. Alright, but be sure to give it back to Mr. Marlin later, okay? Okay. That's good. Good. Now maybe I'm ready to remove Mr. Plume's Cyclops too. Alright, that should be the second to last bit of investigation, probably. So I imagine we'll have to go back and see Sasha one more time. Or Fulbright, but I think Fulbright's already left. You people again? You're becoming quite the nuisance. If that veterinarian won't come out, then I might just have to give up and leave. Veterinarian? Is that the Dr. Crab Mr. Rhymes was talking about? You are correct. He likes to shut himself up in the back room there and won't come out. But I don't think he's even in there today, so I was ready to go home. She sure seems to know a lot about the workings of this aquarium. Maybe a little something about the incident this morning, too. Mr. Wright, there's no time to be standing there thinking to yourself. It's time to put your psychedelic clock skills to work and uncover her secrets. That's Psych-Lock, Athena. Psych-Lock. Now then, let's go. How many did she have? 2? Yeah. Why you are here. Mr. Plume, I want you to tell me the secret you're hiding. I'll do nothing of the sort. It would mean breaking my promise. I don't know who you made this promise to, but you will tell me. You're not an aquarium employee, and yet, here you are, after the place is closed. That must mean you're connected to the incident involving the owner somehow. Oh ho ho! I don't know anything about any incident involving the owner. Oh, hold on, she's oh-ho-hoing and putting her hand up. Is that a good way? Let's see. Can I do that sort of voice? Oh! No. I didn't even need half a second to figure out that wasn't going to work. So I think we're just going to keep it as is. Maybe if... Maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling better. Because right now the main issue is my nose. The medicine I'm on has not done it any favors. So maybe we'll be doing better. Maybe we'll change... I don't know. It depends on how many streams it takes to get through this. I'm thinking 2 to 3. Well, more likely 3. Oh ho ho! I don't know... Oh ho ho ho! I don't know anything about any incident involving the owner. No, I think you do. I have a piece of evidence here that suggests you do know something. It's the camera, right? According to Detective Fulbright, this shows the orca attacking the victim. And the person in this footage is wearing an outfit just like yours, Mr. Plume. Oh, I suppose there is no hiding this bombshell figure, is there? Yes, it is I. And I think I can guess why you're here at the aquarium. You aren't simply a visitor to the aquarium. What you really are is... Well, you're a witness to the murder, obviously. You are a visitor who also happened to witness the death of the owner, Jack Shipley. That is I ought to say it, but I promised the police. It's not good for you to keep things inside, you know. I'm sure you'll feel much better once you get it all out. I give up. I'll tell you everything. She really does not handle pressure well, it seems. If she wanted to tell me this badly, why couldn't she have just done so from the top? I think anyone would agree that I held it in for as long as I could, but I couldn't be expected to withstand this commoner's badgering any longer. But please, calm yourself, Mr. Plume. That's top-class badgering to you. You are correct, I witnessed the killer whale's crime with my own eyes. You got a problem with that, Blue Boy? Boss, Mr. Plume's anger is so powerful. Even I feel like I'm about to explode. You have to do something quick. Please don't explode on me. Oh, I really wasn't getting that vibe from her. I suppose it's a more quiet, not quiet, but a controlled anger, maybe? Is a way to describe it? Could you start with telling me what you saw? I witnessed the very moment the killer whale attacked the victim. I told the police what I saw as well. I'm the sort of person who simply can't rest until the truth is known. So both Mr. Plume's statement and the footage point to Orla's guilt. Pardon me, but you seem pretty pleased that you witnessed this incident. What? Pleased? Shame on you. Are you implying that I am happy about an innocent man's death? No, of course not. I just don't get the sense that you are afraid of Orla. It's more like you are interested in her. Are you? You know, I wasn't sure, but I was thinking that maybe... Are you perhaps one of my fans? Is that how you knew? That I am the non-fiction writer, Norma de Plume? Oh, that Norma de Plume? So, big fan, huh? No, I've never even heard of her. Well, now that you figured me out, there's no sense trying to hide who I am, I suppose. Talking to the fans is part of a writer's duty, after all. Ho ho ho! Is she gonna take her, like, headscarf off in a dramatic fashion, perhaps? Or maybe that's gonna be, like, one of her, animations in court? But I'm not a fan, I tell you. Well, then why'd you play along, Athena? You started this. So, what exactly have you written, Mr. Plume? Oh my! You mean that you say you truly aren't familiar with my work? I write the truth. I take great pride in my craft, you know. I've been gathering information on Orla the killer whale for a year now. I've been very worried about Orla's violent tendencies, and today my concern was proven to be well justified. Orla isn't violent, she's a sweet and gentle soul. Oh ho ho! The moment you let your guard down with that killer whale, chomp! Ship-Shape Aquarium has always denied the killer whale's violent streak, but it has been rumored to attack people. But rumors are just rumors, they aren't necessarily true. Yes, I realize that, but I only write the truth. That is why I questioned the owner directly. But he refused to allow my research, and he even had the audacity to say to me, "You're nothing but a nuisance coming here day after day. Don't ever come back again." Sounds like your research was a bit too much to take. But then, how did you get in here if you'd been blacklisted? I have my methods. Oh ho ho ho! This lady is shameless. I assume she usually doesn't wear this getup. We won't let you speak badly of Orla. We're going to defend her. I'm only stating what I saw with my very own eyes. I came to the aquarium today to observe the killer whale, but on my way to that thing's tank, I heard its cries. You can hear Orla from the visitors' corridor? There are speakers in the corridor up near the ceiling. Apparently, the speakers there so visitors can hear the killer whale's sounds. In any case, as I approached the killer whale's tank, I heard its cries. And when I arrived, I saw something terrifying. What did you see? The killer whale stealing the swashbuckler spectacular hats the owner was wearing. And then, the moment it bit him and shook him mercilessly to death within its jaws. Oh, well, I suppose it's not murder, then. It is actually just playing or practicing. We have testimonials to that, or a testimonial to that. Let me take a look at that footage. What exactly was this blood, then? Was it sand? Well, the bottom of the tank didn't seem to have sand in it. Wonder what it is. What? Orla bit the owner to death? In justice we trust. So, I take it Mr. Plumes just finished telling you what she saw. Detective Fulbright. I guess you've already heard it too. Yup, when we took her statement earlier. As you heard, I'm afraid that accidental death is really the only thing it could be. Yes, and a dangerous creature like that cannot be allowed to harm anyone ever again. But she's not dangerous. Sorry, but the prosecutor's office said the case didn't have enough merit to go to trial. There was one prosecutor, though, who expressed an interest in the case. Really? Then could we have that prosecutor take a look at the investigation reports? Unfortunately, I doubt he'd even take action without evidence of a homicide. Look, I understand how you feel, Mr. Lawyer, but maybe you should just give up on this one. Not a chance. We'll just re-examine the crime scene and strengthen our case. Well, if that's your version of justice, I won't stop you. We won't rest until we find proof it wasn't accidental death, Detective. You'll see. Let's go, Mr. Wright. Time to check out that crime scene one more time. Alright. What could have changed since the last time we were here? Alright then, let's start the re-examination. Pronto! I'm gonna go check out the mess in the back one more time. Athena, wait, no running. Ah! Okay. Are you okay? Didn't look like she tripped, but... What do you mean? Ah, I slipped. Oh? Huh? Orla? What is it, girl? Ah! Oh, I see. Athena, are you alright? She crashed into all that stuff behind her. I tried to get out of the way, but all I did was slip and fall. Again. That was a pretty amazing wipeout. Are you hurt? I'm okay, but why did Orca spike the ball at me? After all the fish I gave her, I thought she liked me. Maybe she thought you were the main entree. Maybe she thought you were the main entree. Very funny, boss. In any case, let's give the ball back to Orla. Huh? Looks like everything got shifted around when I fell on it. Yes, the missing arm of the octopus. Is that blood or is that paint on that broken sword? Can't tell. And then there's a mannequin. And a bloody gold coin. Hey, you're right. There are things now that we couldn't see before. Like another ball. Yes, Orla really likes them. Look, there's something new by the outline of the body, too. We better take a good look around. Yep, let's take a look down here. See what we got. Well, let's check the gold coin first. What's this? A coin. Mr. Wright! There's blood on it! You're right, but it's dried. Do you think it could be the victims? And what was it doing all the way over here in the first place? I'm not sure, but now that we've found blood outside the pool, it just might help us prove that there's more to this case than just accidental death. Hey, you're right. Orla certainly can't leave the pool after all. Okay. Speaking of coins, take a look at this. There's a few coins around the body here too. You're right, boss, but where did they go? They aren't here anymore. You don't think somebody picked them up, do you? Okay. Let's check the extra ball. Looks like we found that giant octopus's prop's missing leg. Wow, I bet you could get a whole lot of carpaccio from a giant leg like that. Oh, let's go to the ocean and try and catch a giant octopus of our own. Yeah, but even if we did catch one, how are you planning to slice it up? Kind problem. That's what that's what man invented chainsaws for. Actually, I believe chainsaws were built to help people give birth. Yeah, I'm disturbing, I know, but that's what it was. Oh my god. Is that really that much latency on the stream? I just looked over at it for a second. No, wait. Is it really? Hold on. I'm gonna stop for a second, because if there's this much, you guys don't even hear me talking about this. Let me see. What do we got? Show me. Oh my god, there is. Dang, you guys are so far behind. Alright. Well, let's get back to it then. There we go. Fixed. I've never seen anyone so hell-bent on chomping down on some giant octopus. Well, I doubt we could catch one that big anywhere near the shore anyway. The more roadblocks you throw up, the more I want to do it, you know. Oh, I can't wait to get started. It would appear that Operation Discourage Insanity has backfired. Well, I was trying to look at the ball, not the octopus arm, but I suppose that's all we got. Check the mannequin next. Oh no, that child is hurt. What? Call an ambulance. Hey, it's just a dummy. Oh, it has bite marks in it. So this is the thing that they saw being thrown around in the tank. Got it. It is? Oh, I mean, of course it is. I was just testing your response to an emergency. Well, I guess we just found out that you don't bluff well under pressure. Oh, first yawn of the stream. I guess I'll just have to keep practicing then. I wonder what that dummy is for anyway. Oh, that? We use it to train Orla. It's smaller than a human, but it does the job. Some of our tricks can be pretty dangerous, so Orla practices them on the dummy first. Forget the tricks, those bite marks look pretty dangerous. Oh, not going into the court record, huh? Now let's check the sword, because there seems to be something on the edge of it. There's a broken sword here. The tip of the blade is missing. Guess it just broke off. Don't tell me it happened when Athena fell over. You better not be trying to pin the blame on me, boss. What? No, of course not. No use trying to hide it. It's written all over your face. Besides, the broken part isn't even here. How could it have been my fault? I'd better watch what I think, or I'll get every little thing thrown back in my face. Alright. Hey, look at this mark on the floor. What do you suppose it is? And that's where we stand when we want to play volleyball with Orla. Volleyball, huh? Yeah, if we stand there, she'll spike the ball right at us. So, when Orla spiked the ball at me earlier, that was one of her tricks? It doesn't mean she hates me? Nah, she just wanted to play with you. She loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time. Ah, Sasha looks so sad. Okay, time to snap out of it. This is no time to be all dejected and mopey like a blobfish. That's right. Time to put on a smile and stay strong, right? What's a blobfish? Or do I not want to know? Okay, that seems to be everything there. Hey, Sasha, would you happen to know anything about this coin? Oh, I guess I missed one. I just finished cleaning up the rest of them. You picked up all the coins already? That's right. After the police finished their investigation, they gave me the go-ahead. I haven't found them all yet, though. I'm still missing a few. Well, if they aren't beside the pool, maybe they're in the pool. Let's go check that ladder over there and take a peek at the bottom of the pool, boss. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, I had to actually move over there. Got it. Oh yeah, I can see them down at the bottom. Look, I think I see something on the bottom of the pool. Hee, I knew it. Want me to go down and check? You can't jump in dressed like that. You'll drown under the weight of your clothes. No, I won't. I'm a pretty good swimmer, you know. Be that as it may, the pool's really deep. I doubt you could hold your breath that long. But maybe Sasha can. Yeah, Sasha can get Orla to dive her down there, or she can just swim down. Woo! Phoenix, look at all these coins I found at the bottom. Thanks, Sasha. So, there really was more of them down there, huh? We seem to be finding them all over. I wonder how many of them there are all together. Including the ones I put away, there are 300 of them. They're for the show. Sound like they'd be heavy. About 7 pounds, I'd say. A little lighter than a stringfish. Well, I'd better go put these coins away where they belong. So, 7 pounds of coins scattered around the scene, one of them with blood on it. They have to be related to the case. Wonder how the blood got on that one coin. Wait a minute. Could it be? Remember how Detective Fulbright said they couldn't find a murder weapon? Well, what if these coins were the murder weapon? Huh? How could a little coin kill a grown man? Well, one coin by itself isn't much of a threat, but 300 coins together could definitely be used as a weapon. And all you have to do is put them in a bag. If you put 7 pounds of coins in a bag and swung it at somebody, it would make for a pretty formidable blunt instrument, wouldn't it? It would explain how blood got on this coin. Oh, I get it. If that bag of coins is the weapon, then we can use it to prove Orla's innocence. But I don't see anything resembling a coin bag around here. Maybe the killer took it with them, or they could just use their clothes. Yeah, it would certainly make it look like Orla did it if they did. You know what I think, Mr. Wright? The bloody coins alone should be enough to prove this might have been a murder. I agree. Shows the possibility of a human killer rather than Orla. Yes, that's just what we needed. Let's go show this coin to Detective Fulbright and Mr. Plume right away. Good idea. Let's hope they're still there at the Pub O'Danger. Yep, and railroad us right over again. Got it. Oh, you're back. So, did you find anything? Of course he didn't. Remember, even if you don't succeed, it's the effort you make that's important. Is he trying to console me? Let's show them the evidence we found. The one that points to a human culprit. Right, because we won't let Orla be put down. Please, take a look at this blood-stained coin. Ah! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? She doesn't have to get so worked up. What are you terrorizing this lady with? Come on now, let's see it. We found this coin beside the orca pool. We did see a large number of coins beside the pool, but not one with blood on it. We just learned that there's 300 of these, weighing about 7 pounds in total. Now, what do you suppose would happen if a person was assaulted with that many coins? What? So you're saying the coins might have been used like some kind of blunt weapon? If the blood belongs to the victim, then yes, it's entirely possible. But I wouldn't call it decisive proof that the culprit was human. You wouldn't? Why not? Because there'd have to be something to put the coins in to make them into a weapon. Without that something, it's just not going to be enough to pass muster. But I will say that your theory does seem to warrant further investigation. I'll call the prosecutor's office and ask to reinvestigate from a possible criminal angle. You will? Oh, thank you very much. I really hope Detective Fulbright can convince them. Alright. Flash forward. You won't believe the answer I got. When I explained your passion for this case and the police's investigation, they said that the prosecutor I mentioned earlier would be willing to take this to court. Really? So does that mean a new suspect has emerged? No, I'm afraid not. To be frank, Prosecutor Blackquill said he just wants to do it to prove that Orca's guilt in court. What? It's Prosecutor Blackquill that wants to prosecute Orla? That's fine, Detective. Thanks for arranging this for us. Well, I must say, you're taking this rather calmly. Defending Orla in court was my idea from the start, and I'll do whatever it takes to save her. In that case, I'll do what I can as well to see that justice is served. Mr. Plume, will you be a witness for the prosecution? A trial for a killer whale? I've never heard of such a recklessness before in my life. But I will reveal the truth about this killer whale and then write all about it. Ha ha ha! Sounds like a plan. Now, if you'll just come along with me. We have to prepare for tomorrow, and I still have to arrange for an autopsy. Oh ho 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 ho! I look forward to tomorrow. Until then, Blue Lawyer and Yellow Fan. Okay, I guess that's her, like, thing. I'm not a fan! Well, at least we managed to get the case to go to trial. But how in the world do we defend an orca in court anyway? To be honest, I'm not really sure myself. Plus, Mr. Plume said Orlo bit the victim. And this trial sure isn't going to be easy. But I love a challenge. Then we ought to be just fine. Guess I should go over that swashbuckler spectacular you were watching this morning. Yeah, we can have a formal viewing back at the office. There's nothing decisive against Orla in the security tape, but that doesn't mean much. I'll just have to find a more concrete way to save Orla at tomorrow's trial or else. Okay, do I get to see? I do not get to see the swashbuckler's spectacular. Okay. Yes, I would like to save my progress. We'll put it in a new save file. Why not? And you know what? Do we want to continue? I can take my time to think about this because you guys are so incredibly far behind right now. Personally, I've never seen this much latency. Well, I suppose... what time is it? Oh, it's... Well, I have more time. I suppose the only question now is, do I actually use that time? Oh yeah, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Here we go. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. And I just splashed myself in the face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes. Oh, I also queued the Swashbuckler video so we can watch it anytime. Ooh, can I look at that now? Thanks. It just might help our case. Let me look at that. Oh, it's actually a video. Okay, well, I suppose we are reviewing it now. Yep, they use real swords, or at least a sword made of something that allows for sparks to be generated. Okay. And then Orla jumps over without the hat on. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch this so many times, aren't I? If I don't remember it now. Yeah, and then she steals the hat, knocks him in the water. And then... Yep, and then they do the singing bit. We didn't see much there of note. Did we? I don't think we did. I think the only thing there really is the swords are real. Okay. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this? What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackquill. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. That explains why your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing. That was a compliment, right? Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery. Thanks, Burls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous. Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, Mr. Rhymes, you came to watch the trial? Yeah, Sasha is back at the aquarium with the orca, so I thought I'd better come here to watch for her. Well, don't you worry. We're gonna win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss? Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. It's gotta use all 3 days, right? It must. It's a DLC trial. Gotta get ready for these voices. Court is now in session for the trial of Aura Shipley. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Must we waste words on this? Prosecutor Simon Blackquill. Known as the Twisted Samurai, he's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal Hakataka by his side. Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever as yourself. Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet? Surely you jest your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Aura Shipley, is an orca at the Shipshape Aquarium. An orca? Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant? It's patently absurd. Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place. Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client. Your duty to defend your crying aunt? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it of man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I. The real question is, am I in for more pain as always? Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Now then, Prosecutor Blackquill, your opening statement, if you would. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well, listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Shipshape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. A sadistic orca. What a chilling thought. And where exactly is this defendant now? Inside this. A cell phone, Prosecutor Blackquill? Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which allows us to interact with the orca. A TV phone? Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Why? Why don't they have smartphones yet? This game... I suppose smartphones were new when this game came out, right? No. I'm not gonna just right away that. What year did this game come out? I'm looking it up. Let me see. Come on. It released in 2013. That is so much later than I thought it came out. I thought this was like a late 2000s. This is early 2010s. Why is it not a smartphone yet? You know what? Never mind. It's fine. This model can connect to TVs and be used to conduct teleconferencing. We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission. Ha ha ha! You've got it, Prosecutor Blackquill. Alright. We will proceed with the defendant on telecast. So that is the orca that stands accused, is it? Ah, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on. Orla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man? Orla's really pouring on the charm, huh? She is far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal. That's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to Shipshape Aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. Okay, really? Come on. I need to read that in detail. I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. What do we got? Contusion from head trauma, bruise all over body, death thought to be a result of orca attack. Estimated time of death under investigation. Oh, this game, it has not pulled this on us since Edgeworth first showed up. And I must say I'm not happy about it. It was funny when Edgeworth updated the autopsy report. It is not going to be funny when Bobby updates the autopsy report, I assure you. Alright. I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Fulbright. You got it, Prosecutor Blackquill. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up. How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby. Prosecutor Blackquill? Well, I am Norma de Plume, and I am a non-fiction writer. Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here? It looks like she can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be competition, Athena. What? Norma de Plume, the great non-fiction writer, Miss Norma de Plume herself? I've read all of your works and enjoyed them immensely. Your Million Seller, The Greatest Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites. Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like. Oh, wait just a second. I could swear you looked much different in the photos in your book. Well, I used ones from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me. The judge seems to be so shocked. The visual disconnect must be doing a number on his honor's head. Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books. Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma de Plume. Who knew that Miss de Plume was so famous? Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw, and keep it brief. I would thank you not to order me around. I'm perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder. Very well, then. Please proceed with your testimony. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately. That adorable defendant really did all that? It must be much more vicious than it looks. Now, deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence. The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's all right. Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery? The defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know. A fellow inmate told me just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness. Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right? All we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that. That's a good one. Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain. Alright, here we go. We already know what this one is, the autopsy report. Seems like they're getting out of the way pretty quickly.
Objection!
It would seem that you are mistaken, Mr. Plume. I beg your pardon? The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be the result of an orca attack, but the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
Well, it's because it's not security footage, it's a security image, unfortunately. Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back. Well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share? But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was the only one small part. Huh? Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping. Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's book. Very well, let's review the footage. Oh, what's this? The orca is biting the victim. Hold on, it says 1010 on it. Let me see, what does the other one have? 1009. That's interesting. So, this is the victim, but this is them playing, because he's stolen the hat. But why exactly... Yeah, what happened in that 1 minute? Or what happened in that time that is most likely less than a minute? The transition from this to that. I wonder. Is there any difference in the props? No, there's not. Anything else? No. No way. I have to say, this appears to be very damning evidence. No. I can't believe I can't believe Orla really bit him. And there is more. Look at this. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined. There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist. I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is the evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes? Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim. Alright. Let me see something. I told you so. Can I look at that footage one more time? That is his left side, yeah. Alright. And then the killer's whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma. You are much too impetuous, right, Dono? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw? Did I not say in the beginning the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? My goodness! After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. Well, not all predators do that. Mr. Wright, the hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear of Orla. So, the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. But if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white. But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean. Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell. This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim. Ah, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it? Now, explain in a way that even these simpletons can understand. There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling you my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. Orla killed the victim by headbutting him? That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again. Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over the body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey. And we all just saw the killer whale head-butting the victim in the footage, don't forget. That footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. But there's something very important it does not show. Now, do you see what a menace this killer whale is? I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that the something is not the victim. Oh? What? I want to look away, but I can't. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were standing, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the defendant getting headbutted by the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull is obstructing my view. Can I take a look at the footage? Okay, yes, that is Skull Rock. Got it. So, are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim? Yes. Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim? But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture. Must I do everything around here? How dare you speak so rudely to me? There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior. Oh! 1 year, like 1 year ago? That's right, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago? If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year, in which the defendant murdered her trainer. What? The orca murdered her trainer, you say? What? Is this really true? This is not looking good for us. It's all in this book. that book. The Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up. Okay, let's take this a read. Because I have a feeling it's going to have some incorrect information in it. Oh, we've never met them. There's a bite on their walkie-talkie. They have a whistle. I think that's the only notable things here. Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim. The same thing she's accused of in this case. That orca killed 2 people? That thing is a menace. Guilty, guilty I say. I never want to go to the beach again. No, now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it. They were doing so well, but now... Now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think she did it, but it's hard to keep on believing in someone who can't even tell me her side. Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. You gotta save her, please, I'm begging you. Sasha, what am I doing doubting my client like this? This is the time to be strong. I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to. Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end. Thank you. Thank you. Thank both of you. Okay. So, do I actually have that in my evidence already? I do. Just 1 page? Yes. We are Orla's lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now. For an instant there, you were afraid of the orca, weren't you, right, Dono? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me. You saw right through me. It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca. It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts, but there's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too. And what do you know about orcas? Nothing, that's what. So, allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales. So, killer whales really are killers. What a terrifying creature indeed. I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness? No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know. Dullard. You don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them. Oh ho 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 ho! But of course, that is what I do after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, just what will you have the witness testify about? I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard. What she heard? Very well. Mr. Plume, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard. Are we not going to talk more about the previous incident? I would like to have that expanded upon. The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt, but when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago. That's right. Those weren't just simple cries, it was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. That's right, it was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing all the while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible. How many times is she going to repeat this? I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with the evidence alone. Mr. Wright, would now be a good time to put my skills to work? It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do. You seem pretty confident. Let me guess. You notice a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions? You bet I did. And once we expose it, we might just be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to. Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try. You got it, boss. A complete analysis of Mr. Bloom's heart coming right up. Let's see. I think I'm rather accustomed to these at this point, and it's probably going to be pretty obvious. She doesn't seem to be great at hiding this sort of thing. Exactly the same as a year ago. As you approach the pool, it started singing. No, you were not calm when you saw it. Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. It must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while it was doing that. It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? This is practically turning into a counseling session. Well, she might have heard something, you know. I saw something? Oh! I remember now. Oh, okay, maybe she did actually see something. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw. I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood. What? Well, yeah, we saw it on the footage. Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that the killer whale had to kill the person for a second time. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. So, her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please, take a look at this bloodstained coin. Ah! You could cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? She doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw blood, and does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dono? What do we do now, boss? That testimony was not at all what I expected to hear. Wait a minute, there's still some discord left in Mr. Bloom's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging. Is there anything left of our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper. You got it, boss. Here we go, what do we got? New info. Yes, yes. Awful blood. When the pirate hat and victim came floating out, he let out a scream. But you're calmer, for some reason. Why have you calmed down slightly? Huh? Her fear appears to lessen at this statement. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear. Disappear? And why do you suppose that was? Simple, it's because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared. Objection! And how exactly does that work? Oh, Orla was the one who was bleeding. That's what it means. How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy. Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw was actually coming from?
Take that!
Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim. I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim. Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool after all. What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head. What? What? Ah, my voice. The orca's head? What are you prattling on about now? Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim at all. Okay. Is that it? That is it. Okay. She seems just as confused about this case as I am. Or as Phoenix is. We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her. That was a huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while, though. Well, this is a surprise. What the witness saw was the defendants, not the victims. That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims. Is it just me, or is this really low tension for some reason? It's probably the lack of music. I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut to the bone. Meaning? I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. He has a point there. If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred... Let me look at the footage. No, stop going... Why does it keep doing that? It occurred before, because there's no coins on the ground. Wait, no, I mean, she saw before it happened, which means it was after she saw it. Yeah. If the victim was alive and Orla started her headbutting, then that would basically mean Orla was the one who killed him. But since I don't think she did it... Oh, did I hit the wrong button? Did I talk myself out of the right answer on accident? The victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting. And that would mean he had died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place around 10:10 a.m. Okay, I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. Yeah, let's see. We have the calendar. And that's about it, so let's go ahead with that. Nope, that's not it. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Something that tells us what happened before 10:10. Let me see. If I go, how far back can I go? Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so he died before. And we need to figure out what happened before. But the calendar is not it. This doesn't have anything on it. Okay. Is that a different show? That is the new show. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Huh. Do I not have anything for this? No, I should. There's no reason why I wouldn't at this point. Hold on. You must have something that tells us what happened before 10:10 a.m. I mean, I thought it was the coins, but the coins didn't seem to be on the floor. I mean, at this point, I might as well try it, right? Okay, that's not it either. How am I this stumped already? Okay, not the badge. Not that. No. No. I mean, if we were calling Pearls to the stand, this might work. Since she met him around 10. But we can't present people, really. Well, not really, we just can't present people. The security footage occurs... Yeah, we're trying to find something that occurs before the security footage. That's not it. That's not it. This apparently is not it. That's not it. It's not this. Huh. Well, it would seem that either I am a lot more tired than I thought I was, or they've decided to put something very hard or very stupid here. And I'm not sure which one it is. I'll readily admit that I could be the stupid one. But I would hope that is not the case. His walkie-talkie is gone. Is it in the footage? No, it would be on the side that she got bit on. Is it actually just the footage? Since we don't see those coins on the floor? It is, okay. We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10, which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court. See, why? So, the reason I did not go to this immediately, I'd like to defend myself, is because why would we not have already done that? We had an entire day to prepare. A day that Athena clearly spent watching this over and over. Most Phoenix did not watch it a single time. And obviously, well, I guess they didn't have access to the security footage, did they? Yeah, if they did, they would have known about the bite thing. But why has the prosecution not looked over it? If the prosecution has looked over it and found the moment they want, then not presenting the rest of it would be hiding evidence, basically. Okay, you know what? I've complained about the videos all being images in this game enough. Okay, we'll just move on. All of the footage? Mr. Plume witnessed a cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m. But I believe the victim was already dead by that time. So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived? Exactly. The security camera footage starts at 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there was vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I have been on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way... My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackquill, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie. Uh-oh. Can't back down now. Well, if the defense is that confident in its importance, Prosecutor Blackquill, security footage. Fulbright. Roger, I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well, please play it for the court. Please, please have something for me. It's just going to be a sequence of images. This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here. Alright, now I'll just play back the footage up to the beginning now. I'll just back up the footage to the beginning now. Yep, that's what he said. Okay. It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point. Now, to see if I can find something from before this point in time. What do we got? Anything? Is that it? Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for? We got nothing. Well, Right Dono, those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance? I see anything important? I better think about this carefully. In the footage we see... I don't know, can I review it right here? No, I can't. Alright. Well, in that case, I'm just going to say yes, because I don't recall every detail. This is the important thing the footage shows. Oh, I've got to point at it. Oh, I've got to point at something here. What are we going to compare it? What are we going to show? See the back side. It's wearing the mustache. It has the star. Let me compare it to this other one. Okay, so that's a shadow on the ground then. The props are the same. No, I don't think I saw anything of note. I think I might have just taken damage. I don't know, let's say Orla herself? And what is so vital about that point, Mr. Wright? Okay, this is yeah, it's wrong. We can skip through this. So I don't think there's anything important here. Wait a minute. What if something that should be in the footage isn't there? Please wait, Your Honor. That footage. In the footage we see nothing important, which is... We can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought. Ha ha ha! You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence. No, it's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? In this 10 minutes of footage, something important something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence. What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is the important thing that you say should be in the footage but isn't? Well, I think it should be the coins, right? That's what I was going for earlier. And what is the problem you perceive if that particular object isn't in the footage? Okay, this is wrong. Wait, am I really just doing this badly? Like, am I really this... I was doing so good in the base game. Why is this tripping me up so much? What should be in the footage? I did not know what it should be. What would be in the water? Bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Would it be pearls, perhaps? No, not necessarily. She could have come from the other way. Why am I not getting this? Oh, I could save here if I wanted to. Well, let's see. I only have one life left, so I don't want to waste it. Security footage showing the orca pool. Something that should have been there. Oh! It should be the defendant getting into the pool. Duh. So do I present the body? The important thing that we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage. Oh! Ah! That's right! If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means that he must have been there by Skull Rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater that long. Wait a minute. Are you saying... When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. What? Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered? I don't know, Your Honor, but we know now it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. But there is no one else who could have killed the victim. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do you now? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence. The defense's trump card. The thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I don't go so far as to call it decisive, but now is the time to play it. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows the crime may have been committed by a human? It would be the calendar. Wait, no, I'm sorry, it was the coin. I just game over myself. I can't believe I did that. Oh, I remembered. I remembered just the moment before I clicked on it, but it was too late. The button was half pressed and it registered. So how many times did I game over in the base game? I think twice. Yeah. This is not going so well, is it? I mean, we have been going for a while, so we might end in the midst of this trial. Anyways, hello, Judge. Here's the coin. I'm sorry that I presented the calendar in another timeline. What's this? A coin? Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon. This tiny little coin is the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs... As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins in all, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happened to have blood on it. Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is? Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool, one of them with a bloodstain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool. The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the Orca did it. I realize you are trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once? It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature. And so, where is this bag the coins were in? Why do people keep asking that? You can just use a shirt. Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them. They took it? They took it? The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left, taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit that pinned the blame on Orla. That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator. Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder if Prosecutor Blackquill hasn't said anything. The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Plume witness? That's right. I saw the killer whale attack the victim, just like it did a year ago, singing a song. I guess there still is that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she was doing the same things she did a year ago. But is it really that bizarre? What do you mean? To explain the inexplicable, all we had to do was turn our thinking around. Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds great to me. Time to give the old turn my thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift the suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place. Mr. Wright, as her lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions? I believe we should think of it in this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case? Very well, then why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case? It created a witness. Mr. Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness. Created a witness? Oh, it was over the walkie-talkies. Yeah. Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Mr. Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim. Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator? Exactly. That would explain Orla's actions perfectly. But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her? Yes, there's a special way to manipulate Orla's behavior with this. Oh, I passed it up on accident.
Take that!
Is this a whistle? Yes, Your Honor. Trainers here at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signals. Ah, that must be how they got Orla to do tricks for their pirate shows. The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then, when Mr. Plume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was being manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks. What? And, as for you, Mr. Plume, you were being manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness. I, Norma de Plume, was set up? I, Norma de Plume, writer extraordinaire, was used? No. No! Well, that's not what I was expecting. Mr. Bloom, please do something about your attire. Ugh, that was one wardrobe malfunction. I did not want to see that. It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackquill, please have the bloodstained coin analyzed. You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackquill can't refute the possibility of a human suspect. You did it, boss! If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way an Orca could have done it. Now, if only we could find the bag the coins were in. In light of the new discovery, it would appear that the Orca couldn't have done it. Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves it to be that of the victim, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation. Oh, there goes the chains. Overturn the defendant's accusation? I think not. Ah! My hair! My beautiful hair! Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable. And what did this man go in for? He is merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and then. But Right Dono here would be easier to hook than any fish. Okay. New evidence, I suppose? That hawk sure does love the judge's head. Oh, look, there's the bag. What's this? The coin from before in some sort of bag? A bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this. How did you get that? I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab. And? Does the blood belong to the victim? It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin. I knew it! So the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. The bag was open, and the coins had all spilled out. But the bag alone wasn't proof to say that it was used as a murder weapon. However, thanks to defense in their coin, I am more than satisfied that it was. But Prosecutor Blackquill, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins? I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact that it was the Orca that killed the victim. What? How can you still suspect Orla? You said that the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior. But Orla isn't the kind of Orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him. What? But are you arguing that the Orca manipulated a human being? To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes. Take the stand. Marlon Rhymes is a witness? Well, don't just stand there. State your name. I told you I didn't want to be a witness. I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently, Right Dono won't be satisfied until every stone is turned. Well, son of a... Alright, fine. If I gotta talk, then let's get this over with. Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness. I wonder what Prosecutor Blackquill is going to have him testify about. So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness? Ahoy! Yo! Yo! Yo ho ho! People of the law, time to testify. Chillin' with my crew at the ship shape, orcas penguins in the seascape, clean and feeded, there ain't no end. But them bratty kids' tours I shall transcend. Noob animal keeper from the House of Rhymes. I'm the master keeper, Marlin with the rhymes. Oh my. I am afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that the flip-flop music young people nowadays like? So close, Your Honor. So close. And yet, so far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flop. Okay, fine. But I don't want to do this, I tell ya. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. Okay, what do we got? At about 10:10 a.m., I was in the staff room. I heard a loud noise from the pool room, so I went to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain or the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around. The orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. So that gives us a little more info about the area around the orca pool. Okay. Let me take a look at this. Oh, what was added to it? The ring? Probably. Oh no, the extra door. Right, right. The defendant made the stuff fall down? Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There is no doubt that it was the orca that caused the mess. But could she really have done that from within the pool? As I said, the orca is the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidied the night before, including its various odds and ends. But when our rhyming Marlin took a look-see, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would challenge even the brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine. What is he? The jail gossip? So, how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them. A weight that would be all but impossible for a human to move. Was child's play for an orca. During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall, and the bag of coins that was among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him. The orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what Mr. Plume saw. Objection! Yeah, that is like the sort of thing that you'd expect Phoenix to say. But the witness only said he heard a loud noise. That doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orla making the items fall. Also, why did you only look in on the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes? That orca sometimes makes a loud noise to summon her trainer. But I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get into the pool room yet. So even if she tries to summon somebody, there isn't much I can do about it. I see. So the witness couldn't enter the crime scene. Objection! If Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. His statement that the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation. Silence. Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important part is that the orca is the only one who could have moved the items. I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'd mean that Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool. Alright. So what do we got here? About 10:10 a.m., you were in the staff room. Well, I suppose that's fine. You said about, so I suppose it works out. How does this affect the fact that we never saw him enter the pool? Heard a loud noise from the pool room, so you went to the door to look in. Well, once again, he said about, not at. Alright. Couldn't see the captain or the orca, but you saw a bunch of coins scattered around. How did you see? Is there a window or something? Hmm. Huh. You think that she might have knocked down stuff and hit the captain with it. Alright. Discover beside the Orca pool. Okay. Let's see. I think it's gonna have to be this. You couldn't see the victim? I was just looking through the door crack. I guess all that stuff was blocking my view. I did notice a whole bunch of coins scattered all over the place, though. But at the time, I had no idea that the captain was dead. Killed by gold coins. Ironic, isn't it? Perhaps the Orca wanted to be paid off for her labor, paid in coins raining from the skies. Coins raining from the skies? It makes it sound almost poetic. But the hard truth is that those coins were actually the murder weapon. We all deserve to be paid for our work, do we not? I shall have a fine meal tonight. If you find our client guilty, that is. Mr. Rhymes, do you have a theory on how the things got knocked down? Well, of course I do. Okay. You heard the noise all the way in the staff room? That's right. Or, that's wrong voice. That's right. The Orca pool room and the staff room are pretty close to each other. Anyway, I heard the noise, so I went to the door of the pool room. But I don't have a security card, so all I could do was look through the door crack. What kind of noise did you hear? Want me to describe it? Ah, yes. The crash, boom, bowing down to the relativity. Everything falling with sweet simplicity. This testimony, yo, it ain't got no fallacies. Things falling and breaking was pure insanity. Kinda like that. Okay, but why the need to wrap it? Well, I didn't really get all of that, but in any case, I gather it was a very loud noise. Very well, please describe what you saw at the scene. Ooh, wasn't he with Pearl at around 10:10? I think he was. That's what Pearl said anyway. Yeah, there we go. Objection! You say you were in the staff room, but is that really true? Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that? Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before? Hey, that's... I see you recognize it. Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit with the Ship-Shape Aquarium gift shop. Thank you for shopping at Ship-Shape. Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish around the witness stand. Not to worry, your baldness. Taka will have them cleaned up in no time. I guess that bird comes in handy now and then. Alright, Mr. Wright. We have all seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you wouldn't mind... no, Your Honor, this isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into the possession of a certain young lady. What? Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other in the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched around. They ran into each other at about 10:10 a.m. in the food prep room. So clearly the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs. What's this? This is the first time I'm hearing about any calendar. That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret. You lied to me? This transgression will not go unpunished. So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you? Okay, I admit it, I didn't hear the noise in the Orca pool room myself. But somebody told me about it. Who told you about it? It was... Unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad that would make Mrs. Buckler. I heard about it. From Sasha. What? From Miss Buckler? But that doesn't make any sense. What is going on here? Now it's the trainer's own words that drive the orca into a corner. How do you like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono? I certainly didn't see this coming. What perfect